And this is part of our March 4th campaign. We're putting a spotlight on all the great groups that are doing wonderful work in our communities. And here to talk a little bit more about one of the big groups that does a lot through a lot of partner groups is United Way of Southwest Michigan. Debbie Ramirez is here with United Way of Southwest Michigan to tell us a little bit more about what that organization does. Hi, Debbie.
Good morning. Hello. How we doing?
Good. Tell us a little bit about United Way of Southwest Michigan. Just an overview for people who might not be aware of everything that you're involved in.
Yeah, we serve three counties, so Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren County, and we help organizations with a lot of things. We help fund organizations and programs around the area. We help them get volunteers. We help them learn how to be stronger and better and more impactful. And we raise funds through the local community in order to do that, in order to support the programs that our local organizations have, as well as programs that we ourselves have, like the volunteer income tax assistance program, which is really important. As we know, it's tax season, and there are a lot of folks out there who can't afford to get their taxes done. So we've got an amazing group of volunteers who helps us do that every year, and that's one of the many programs that United Way runs, and our donors help us fund.
Yeah, United Way, it feels like you have so many partner groups that work in so many different areas, like the taxes that you talk about. And everyone hears about the annual Rake a Difference, where volunteers gather and go across the Tri-County area and help
Yep.
seniors in need. And we wanted to put a special focus on Volunteer United. And so you're very involved with that. What is Volunteer United?
So, Volunteer United is really our opportunity, our platform, our way of helping organizations in the Tri County area utilize volunteers in a better way and a more strategic way to help strengthen their own organization. So, certainly, we have, like you said, Rake a Difference, School Supply Spectacular, Rock the Boat. We've got our own volunteers, VITA, the volunteer income tax, but we know that there are hundreds and hundreds of organizations across the area that use volunteers as well, or that need volunteers, and those volunteers are so instrumental in helping those organizations, especially as they're strapped for time and for money and all of that, really be able to do the impactful work that they all are here to do. And so we have a tool that is part of our Volunteer United program. And I shouldn't even say that Volunteer United is a program. It's really more of a way of thinking. Like I said, talking about helping agencies become more impactful and helping them build their capacity of and be better, stronger in the community, but also helping corporations and community groups find opportunities to volunteer. So, in order to do that, we've got an online tool that individuals, groups, etc., can go online and they can go to volunteer.uwsm.org and see hundreds of volunteer opportunities that are currently existing. And some of those are there, long term. They might be recurring opportunities. Some of them are one time events, like you said, like a Rake a Difference or like an event that the YMCA might put on. And some of them are opportunities that individuals or groups can just do on their own. So you can go out to our site and you can find about 20 different do it yourself volunteer projects. So let's say you've got the Girl Scouts or a school group wants to put an activity together and they're not sure where to go and what to do. They can go out to our site and see specifically kits, if we'll call them kits, that organizations have asked for. And kits could be anything from uh, food related, things for the homeless or things for kids who have been recently pulled out of their homes and are at a shelter of some sort, and maybe they don't have everything they need. They could be birthday kits. That birthday kits are one of the most popular kits that we do. So you think about folks out there who, are struggling to make ends meet, and um, the money is tight and they don't necessarily have all that extra income to even buy a birthday cake or a card. Or so the birthday kits, simple. You put a pan and a cake mix and frosting and a card and candle, right? Simple things that individuals or groups can do. You put it all in a bag or a box, you wrap it up, you call us and say, who needs these? And we'll tell you which organization has asked for them, how many they've asked for, and you can be the hero and deliver it right to them. So we like making those connections for organizations and the people in the community who want to serve, but really don't know where to start. And I guess that's the other thing I would say about us is if even if you go out to the site and you don't see exactly what you're looking for, just give us a call, because we can talk to hundreds of organizations and figure out what works for you and what works for them. And that's one of our favorite things to do, is to make those connections.
I mean, that is an incredibly rich resource that you describe. And as somebody who wants to volunteer, all they have to do is go and find the level that they want to volunteer at, the kind of organization, the kind of work that they want to get involved in, they or maybe a team of members as well. So that's a rich resource. The website again for people to go to Volunteer United.
Volunteer.uwsm.org.
What do you find from most volunteers that are looking to break into it? Do they have challenges? Do they have questions?
As far as the technology goes, not really. I mean, you just like with anything these days, it's a piece of technology that requires you to set up an account, and sometimes it surprises people. But the technology is set up to be individualized. So when you go out and set up your account, you put your name, your email, and whatever else in. But it's going to ask you a series of questions. What kinds of impact do you want to make? What types of organizations do you want to serve? What kind of work are you willing or do you want to do? So it really will individualize it for you. And as you answer those questions, let's say you say you want to learn more about emergency shelter services and the YMCA and Girls on the Run. Well, anytime any of those organizations post a volunteer need, you get a notification that said, hey, you said you were interested in this. Here's an opportunity that might interest you. And so it's really streamlined that connection opportunity, that they don't need to call the organizations directly, and that lets the organizations do all their important work. And they can find that volunteers can find it 24/7, right? They can get right hands-on access to any of the information they need or what they're looking for. And that
And
really helps the organizations. They really appreciate the fact that they don't have to spend a ton of time on the phone answering those questions, because they've got lots, not that that's not important, but they've got other things to do too. So if technology can help us make those connections more efficient and more individualized, that just helps everybody all around.
love that. A great point. I mean, it lets the groups focus on what their mission is, what they want to do. You take that
Correct.
off their to-do list, find volunteers. You're
Yep.
helping them with that.
Yep.
And the website once more.
Volunteer.uwsm.org. O-R-G.
Very good. Thank you for the work that you do, Debbie Ramirez, United Way of Southwest Michigan.
Thanks so much, Ken.